Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real2reel360. KYs.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real2reel360 show. Let's get it in. We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to porn. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace.
Peace to Allah's mighty 5% nation of gods and earth, to all the human families of the planet Earth. I bid you love, peace, and happiness. High salute. I am DJ KY's Allah, aka Kato, the Black Superhero. Welcome to another explosive and exciting episode of Real2reel360. Well, this is the double part 2 of our doubleheader, and we got a very lovely and talented young lady who's going to grace our presence. But I'm going to bring on my co-host with the most so we can get it in right now. All right, y'all, stand by.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
But who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD.
Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, party people? We're in the building tonight. Doubleheader is going down. Trust and believe, we have this young lady coming out of Philly that is blazing. You hear me? Blazing. I'm about to bring her on. Not going to hold it back because I've been holding this sister back since November. I always had a rocket in the pocket. I told y'all. Always keep, you know what I'm saying, your ammunition in the pocket. So I got a rocket in my pocket right now, and I'm finna let it go. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce Miss Jada Lee.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, good evening. How you doing?
Oh, great. I get to say.
What's
Okay,
going on?
Welcome.
I tell you, it's funny, man. It's funny how things have been transpiring for the last few months, right? And been trying my best to stay on point. Stay on point. Be like, I got to get on. I done had her scheduled and everything else. And somehow or another, seems like it slipped through my fingers every time. And I know you be wanting to come for my head. I know you be wanting to come for my head. But we have you tonight. We have you tonight. And I want to thank you for coming on. But I want you to introduce yourself to all our followers, likers, and subscribers.
Yes, of course. So my name is Jada Lee, and I do R&B. It rhymes, of course. But I am originally from Maryland. I'm currently based in Philly, and I've been singing for most of my life. I have opened for Jasmine Sullivan. I have done productions such as Rock and Roll Revival. I have done competitions where I was number 3 in the state of Maryland in 10th grade, actually. But I do songwriting. I write all my stuff. I also record myself in my studio in my apartment as well. And then I just send it out to get mixed. So I like to consider myself a triple threat.
And that's amazing. Now, when did you honestly start wanting to sing professionally?
So I started singing professionally in 2016. Other than that, I had started a YouTube channel in 2014, but I started with my first single, Fall in Love with Me, in 2016, which I had produced and engineered myself. So it was definitely like a throw this out there and see what happens type of thing.
Now, with your first single, what was the response to it, and how did you feel about putting it out, produced, mastered, and everything else by yourself?
I mean, when I first put it out, because, I didn't have anything to compare it to. And it was the first thing that I had ever put out. So I had a lot of support, especially from like my hometown. With that single, I had a TV special where I performed live. And that was Delmarva Life. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, like it was pretty good. I feel like looking back now, like I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing. But that's just because of the growth. But in that moment, I thought, you know, it was pretty decent. Couldn't complain about it.
Okay, now what was the inspiration to really want to go sing professionally? Like, what made you want to sing professionally? Period.
Um, well, I made a decision in my 12th grade year of high school, actually, because up until that point, I was planning to go to school to be a doctor, to be an OBGYN. I'd taken all the classes, everything, but music was always something that I was passionate about. And it was something that I felt like I could always go back to school to be a doctor, but I feel like the music is something that I would regret if I didn't pursue and put all of my weight behind. So I was like, all right, so I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna do a music program. I'm gonna learn how to record myself, learn everything I need to know about contracts, everything, to put myself in the best position with all the information I could have to then hopefully support my relationship with music and also in the industry as well.
How important was
Now,
that for you to make sure you
that's a triple threat.
roast on it?
Yeah. And on top of that, I feel like it's important for artists
That's
to
a triple
know
threat.
the industry. You have to know the industry as an artist so you don't end up
Yeah,
in these contracts that do not benefit you.
definitely. Now, going through some of your music, right? Your music is kind of toxic. Kind of toxic. Where
Well,
did you
see,
get
I
all this
tried to write love
toxicity?
songs. They don't like the love songs. They love the toxic songs. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. You got to give the people what they ask for.
What is it? You
Think
know,
about it. Like,
I tell
I
you
feel
what.
like
Okay, let's go into the talk intro right quick. Let's give people this little toxicity that's going on in this energy right here. Let's get to it.
Retrospection. I've realized the niggas in my past were only an obsession. Trying to prove my worth by covering uncoverable niggas. Way too like in pictures. Blocking numbers, hurt feelings. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm starting to leave. He gotta be toxic for me to love him unconditionally. They say you're attracted equally, yeah. I guess I'm toxic too. Toxic. Don't wanna commit, no, I want you. Uncertainty makes me wetter. Arguing make the sex better. No, okay. Sign me up for therapy. Clearly this ain't good for me. I need to break the cycle finally. My cousin's looking up to me. Gotta practice what I preach, but this healthy shit too boring. Should find a good man and settle down. But I love me a nigga who knows me. Maybe real loving for me. If you toxic, call me.
if you toxic, call me.
Woo.
They love this
Somebody
song.
gonna ring. Somebody's
They hit
gonna
it
ring.
up. Nah, but this song, I wanted to start the EP off with this song. First of all,
What
because
is it about the toxic song that you think attracts you?
I feel like it's real. And I feel like a lot of people are, you know, with the way the dating pool is right now, like a lot of people have experience with toxic people, whether it's themselves or the other person. So I feel like it's something they can relate to. Especially if you're in like your 20s and you're dating, like you're gonna find it somewhere. It might be in the mirror though.
Now I was going to ask that question. Like, is it that, you know what I mean, the person in the mirror bringing all that toxicity into the game? What's going on here? You know what I mean?
In my
Like,
situation,
I know
or
there's
just
not a problem dating. I mean, I know it's not a problem dating.
oh no, see, but I'm not dating. I'm in a relationship now.
You and in general, it's not a problem. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, okay, I'll put it this way. I feel like everybody has
He
their
ain't finna let
seasons
that
of,
go.
yeah, everybody has their seasons of they're the toxic person, or and then also the seasons of the experience when he's toxic. I feel like you grow from both of those seasons. I know I've had them both.
Now,
I've experienced more of the other people being toxic,
what
but I
makes
also appreciate my toxic ways and try to change them. I'm in therapy.
She appreciates her.
now what is the difference of being petty and toxic? What's the difference of being petty and toxic? I just want to know.
I don't really know if there's a difference, honestly. I think depending on the situation and what you're being petty about, I feel like, especially if you're in a relationship, I think being petty is a gateway to being toxic. Because I feel like if you being petty means that you don't know how to communicate how you feel, how the person made you feel, and how to resolve it in a healthy way. So if you're being petty, it's because you need to think about more healthier ways to respond to either your feelings getting hurt or whatever the situation is, because there's always a better way to handle it than being petty, which would make you toxic.
Well
Sorry.
said. Well said.
Peace, my big sister Kim done checked in. Oh,
Yes.
that's what makes you toxic. That's what makes you toxic. Daryl Simmons in the building, checking. Thank you for checking in. Now, when you first started recording, you remained independent the whole time throughout.
Mhm.
You didn't think about trying to shop it to a big machine, or you just
Mhm.
wanted to stay independent.
I feel like these days, independent is where it's at. You can control your creative process. You can control what you put out, your image. The only thing that comes in, I feel like it would be better to have like a publishing deal. But as far as having like the whole label behind you, I don't think you really need a label like you used to back in the day. The industry has changed a lot. So currently, I'm just trying to learn all that I can, because ultimately these days, labels don't really come after you until they see you doing really well for yourselves. And at that point, you can just keep doing it yourself, because you've already built up your followers, you've already built up your streams. So if you've done it
Yeah.
yourself, why do you need the label?
Now, promoting and marketing yourself, how much energy or how much is it that you have to really invest when it comes down to budgeting yourself for your promotion and marketing for your new EP that you have out?
Mm-hmm. Well, marketing is the number one thing. I mean, you can have a great product, but if you don't put it in front of the right people, it's not going to go anywhere. And that goes for even big corporations. I mean, corporations pay millions for their ads to get played for the Super Bowl. So you're not going to be any better than that. So you have to have a budget for how much you're going to put behind a record that you believe in, and push it. And you should push it every day.
Mhm.
So that's something that I feel like I've learned with this EP over the other ones. That's I've invested more in the marketing, and I still do. And I feel like as an artist, you have to consistently have ads running. You have to consistently be doing TikTok videos with your songs, or doing shows with your songs. Like, just putting your music in front of as many people as possible, because what's old to you is new to them. You're an independent artist. At the end of the day, everybody in the world has not heard your song, so it's going to be new to somebody. So just keep going, have a budget, and put it in as many places that you can put it, and bet on yourself.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
the first, of course, the first time that you performed in front of a crowd, what was that experience like for you? Because I know you was a teen and you was in high school, but
Yes.
um,
Like solo, the first
yeah,
time I
she's
performed solo.
definitely R&B, Daryl. She's R&B.
The
Yeah, the first time you performed
first
solo.
time, okay, so the first time I performed solo, if we're talking about an actual performance, because technically the first time I performed was in church by myself. But if we're talking about a production, yes, that was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I had already built up my confidence from performing in church, from being a part of competitive choirs and doing solos and stuff like that. Um, but the first time, my freshman year, I had a few solos. It was different because this production, you had a band, you had backup dancers, you had backup singers, you had big screens that like zoomed on the stage so you could see you. We had costumes, we had everything. Like it was a huge production. And that's what I wasn't used to, like the quick changes, all of that. Because I mean, I had my own solo numbers, but I was also background for other songs. And then I was a part of like the big ensemble for also other songs. So it's like I had a lot to do, quick changes under the stage, everything. But it was fun. Like to be honest, that's what I miss most about performing is the big production. Like doing like shows at like concerts and those types of things are what I'm most looking forward to. I feel like the open mics and the performances at bars and at showcases and everything are cool. But I love when it's an actual production, you have dancing, you have all of that, because I feel like that's when you really can connect with an audience more. Um, but yeah, long story short, it was amazing and I miss it and I can't wait to get back.
Did you do the choreography as well?
No problem.
um,
Now,
the singers didn't really do the choreography. So like how they did it, you had to audition for to be a singer and you had to audition to be a dancer. So they were usually separate. Um, so for me, like the first time I performed, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty much like not really like I didn't have as much stage presence as I do now. So like for those ensembles, like I had my background dancers and my backup singers and I was interacting with them. I was still interacting on the stage, but I didn't have choreography at that point in time.
now, when you hear individuals talk about your music and you hear, because of course you don't walk up and they talk about how good you sing and things of that nature, or they sit there and they tell you how great of a performance you had. What is that inspiration or what is that feeling like for you?
Honestly, it's very indescribable, but I will say that it's something that as an independent artist, it pushes you because being an independent artist and being an underground artist at that, like I want to, make sure I distinguish the two. It's very difficult in general to be an artist, but to be undiscovered and to be on the grind daily, sometimes you get bogged down with the consistent no's or feeling like you should be X, Y, and Z and you're not there yet. So getting that gratification is just confirmation that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and that all of those negatives are just a part of the journey and those motivate me to keep going.
Definitely. Peace to the God, Shah. What's going on with you? Now, when it comes to your music, what is
Peace.
the inspiration behind different songs? Like, what is it that you like your whole just transition to writing? Where do you put yourself mentally so you can write a song?
So usually when I write a song, a lot of my inspiration comes from the beat itself because I write to the beats. But I always write from my experiences or the experiences of people close to me. Um, and most of the time, that's what inspires me. And I think about like, okay, like if I'm doing an EP, I think about what the overall like theme of the EP is going to be. Like for instance, Unholy Trinity, which is what we're playing today. Those songs are about, the first song is about toxic intro. And it's pretty much talking about what we were talking about earlier about how like sometimes we're toxic too. So that was about me. And then the other 3 are about the 3 most toxic relationships I've been in my whole life. And each song's about a different person. So they're usually themed, but some of them are fun too.
Do these individuals know that you wrote a song about them? That's all I want to know. Do they know that you wrote a
I
toxic
feel like it's
song
not
about
hard
them?
to find out. I have, okay. Yeah, more than likely. More than likely. I haven't like explicitly sent it to them, be like, hey, this is about you, just so you know. But if they heard it, it wouldn't be hard for them to find out. Some of them are too specific.
Okay. Let's get into number 2
Yes.
on the EP. Okay.
Yes.
You ready to lock in?
I'm ready.
You ready to lock in? So won't you go ahead and introduce this song with all this toxicity? Let's go.
This one's my Valentine's Day bop. It's called Single Bitch Holiday. And it's essentially about like letting go of a nigga because he's not, either he's not doing it for you, or you just feel like, you know, you can do better. So you go to the streets and you grab your girls and you just having fun in your single season.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm tired of hearing your mouth. If you wanna go, see your way out. 'Cause I for damn sure ain't begging you to stay when I'm probably better off anyway. If you think you can find better, I challenge you to go and get her, get her. Leave me alone for somebody who knows I'm not just anybody. Did you forget about the niggas in my DMs waiting on you to fuck up? Oh, when I'm bad, your niggas didn't tell you they be begging for it too. Don't think I ever needed you. I'm about to slide with my girl's pressure applied. Feelings aside, broke up with him, I like to die. We about to celebrate, single bitch holiday, ooh. Pop a champagne, gotta get myself a rotation going. Been locked up too long, finna see what the streets hitting for. Is he tall, dark skin with some feet on? No kids, big bang, keep that drip on. No more settling, these niggas traveling. No, he is that list to be with him and watch him. Act like he can do better than you. Oh, he be acting like you crowding his space. Plotting on bitches like he's single. They can have you. See you done. Gave me an excuse to finally upgrade you. I'm about to slide with my girl's pressure applied. Feelings aside, broke up with him, I like to die. We about to celebrate, single bitch holiday, ooh. Single, single, single.
My only issue with that, it's a beautiful song, is just too damn short. It should have been some more behind.
I'm screaming. Look, I love it. I'll take it.
Yo, I'm saying like all them niggas at the DMs waiting for them to fuck up. You like, I'm pardon, you know what I mean? But you ain't got to tell them, man. We know they're sitting there.
See, you gotta let them know. They play. Like, don't. The backup is waiting, just so you know. Got one more try.
But the thing is, like, it's crazy because that goes both ways. Like, just like they in her inbox, you know what I'm saying? They in his inbox or whatever the case may be. But you don't sit there and just put it on the billboard and be like, yo, this is the nigga right here that's about to replace you. You got one more.
See, but I feel like
You know what I mean? Because
if he messing up enough, he needs to know. He needs to know that Raekwon is on standby, and so is Tyrone, and a few other ones. So don't overplay your position, and don't think that I'm not going to leave because I got options. Sometimes I gotta know.
oh, so you just run the Rolodex out. You just spin the names out for him, like, yo, this one, this one, this one. So now he's walking on eggshells, so he's going to mess up. Like,
He should be walking on eggshells
10,
at that
15
point.
dudes, he got to look. Yeah, like he's walking on eggshells, so he's gonna mess up. That's too much pressure.
9 times out of 10, he was gonna mess up anyway.
That's too much pressure.
If
And then every time you go out for girls' night, he gonna be staying up all night long. He gonna be up all night long when you go for girls' night like this. He's not going to sleep because he gonna want to know what time you came in. He know how much money you left the house with. So if you come home intoxicated, he knows that there was some drinks being bought. So, and he's listening for the car outside.
Instead of coming home, I might be at my girl's house. I might be too drunk to drive, right?
Oh, if you don't come home, he done lost his mind.
Just playing devil's advocate here.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't come home, he's gonna be outside with his pajamas and a flashlight. He's gonna be in them Philly streets looking real crazy.
A flashlight, crazy.
Looking real crazy. You talking about you ain't coming home? It's gonna be some smoke in the city that night.
I mean, playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. Definitely. Not saying that you would do that. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
You know.
But for the story, maybe.
Yeah, for the story.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. Now, how long did it take you to write that song?
Maybe a few hours.
Oh, you was mad. Yeah, if it took you a few hours, you was mad.
Well, like I said, I feel like it really depends. Like if I find like a beat that really inspires me, it does not take me long to write a song. So that song was about an ex. So I had a lot of ammo. So just trying to figure out if I was gonna be super specific or kind of vague. Cause like, you know, I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I'm nice. I try to be nice.
Be nicey.
I like that. Nice. Yeah. But yeah, it didn't take me that long to write it. It just, I feel like once I get into a groove, the lines just start rolling.
Pocket in the lines and just go for it.
Yeah.
Now, who is like your producer that you use the most? Like, who is that individual that you go to for your music?
Honestly, I don't have just one producer that I use. I feel like that's something that is beneficial for like a lot of like hip hop artists, having like a producer that they work with, and all of their tracks are pretty much like by that producer.
The same.
But I haven't found that one producer that I love enough to just stick with them, because I feel like my songs and how they sound are so like different, and they're so like ranging in genre, that it's like I haven't found a producer that I feel like could expand with me, if that makes sense.
Definitely. Because I was wondering like how you touch different ranges on different songs. And we're talking
they're
about
different.
how you wait. Yeah, how you wait
Mm-hmm.
to hear the music before you start writing. I was wondering,
Mm-hmm.
it was a relationship with a producer that you have that can put you in that zone and put you in that certain pocket, or just what it is.
Nope. I just wait until I find it, and I'm like, ooh, I like that one, and then we have Single Bitch Holiday. And that one, I did do my first music video ever with that song, which I put out with the song, and I had all my friends in it,
Now,
and my boyfriend. I had my boyfriend in it.
you had your whole crew in there.
I had my whole crew. I had my boyfriend in
You had
it.
your new boyfriend, not the ex-boyfriend.
Yes, not the ex. Yes, I had my
You know,
Korean
it could
boyfriend.
have been spicy. It could have been spicy with the ex. It could have been
I
spicy
know.
with the ex. Though. It
I
could have been
got a
real
model to
spicy.
play my ex. I got a model that's like similar in build and everything to play my ex. And then my current boyfriend played the guy who took me from the ex.
Oh, that was an easy part.
Exactly. So like,
That
I
was an
mean, it
easy
was a
part.
fun part for him though. The model, he got to get pushed down the stairs and all that and get the door slammed on him. It was fun. I enjoyed it. One part, like one of the outtakes, I pushed him a little bit too hard and he kind of like tumbled a little bit down the stairs. But I mean, look, you gotta make it look real. I can't be just little baby pushes. It gotta be real. My whole chest got pushed.
You got to keep it.
Right. You gotta go.
Now, explain to me what is September 13th. What was the significance of that title?
So September 13th is the day that I found
Yeah,
out that
September 13th. Yeah.
yes, it was a day that I found out that one of the guys I was talking to had lied to me and had gotten into a whole relationship and didn't tell me while we were talking. So I wrote a song about it.
You found the whole date when he did that.
Mm-hmm.
It was September 13th.
Yep.
He
It was September
got in
13th.
a whole relationship.
And that's the day that I was the FBI and I found out. That was the day that I found out. Because here's the thing. So it was really the first few months after COVID, like the same year that COVID happened, and everybody thought that it was gonna be 2 weeks with the lockdown. So I went home to Maryland and I was like, I'm gonna be home for 2 weeks. You know, like everybody's thinking it's 2 weeks. I ended up being home for a year. So, and he was still here in Philly. So you know, after a while, like obviously the conversation slowed, and all of that. So, and actually he's also the one that Like That Freestyle is about, in case anybody wanted to put two and two together. But yeah, so I had found out that, you know, he was talking to somebody else and was actually in a whole relationship and had started that relationship, but had lied to me when I asked him. I was like, are you talking to anybody? If you are, it's cool. Like, I understand, like, I'm not in Philly right now. Like, we're not, you know, I just want to know, like, you don't have to lie to me. I'm not really somebody who's going to care. I just want the truth at the end of the day. And he lied, but still kept communication with me. So, yeah.
So you telling me for a whole year he was locked down with the COVID love, right? And then when it freed up, he tried to come back?
Bingo! Yes.
It was the whole COVID love. And then after
Yeah, I
COVID was
guess
lifted,
so.
he wanted to come back.
I guess so. It didn't work
Okay.
though, but I can't blame him for
It was
trying.
September
I can't blame
13th,
him
because
for
I got to
trying.
hear how this play out. I can't blame him for trying either. Like, you know what I mean? COVID love. You know what I mean? He locked in. He can't go nowhere.
Right. I went home. I don't feel no ways about it. It's just don't lie. Like, that's all it is. You don't have to lie about it. You ain't got to lie, Craig.
Now I got a question.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Did you have some COVID love while you was in Maryland?
No, I went home and I stayed with my parents. And I started a business.
Okay.
I started a business and I was writing and all of that. So no, I was not even focused on that. I got in the best shape of my life during COVID.
Okay. What is the name of the business?
What's the name of the business? So I'm doing songwriting and vocals for other artists.
Okay. Okay. So what is the name of the company that you're using? So these people can reach out and get these songs and music.
It's called Air Gigs. AIRGIGS.
Let's get it. Hey, Kay, let's get September 13th out here because I got to hear how he had some COVID love and tried to come back.
The first line's the best line.
Fuck you and the one who raised you. Cause clearly she knew what she was doing, the hell that she was brewing in you. Cause here I am crying over this glass of wine I bought. And you've done so much damage to my heart. I'll probably never love again, or at least not the same. Take me back to who I was before I met you. I regret ever loving you. If I knew what I know now, I would have left you there. As just a possibility before you were somebody to me. Do you remember saying me to sleep with your empty promises? Holding me tightly as you whisper lies to me. Oh, I guess it's not all your fault. You're a product of your environment and that was fucked up. But that ain't no excuse for all that you do. Take your ass to therapy before you try to step to me. Yeah. No, I don't want you back. You lost what you had. Can't let it go. Fucking with them hoes. You know, you chose it wrong. And now all you have are memories. Wishing you acted differently.
Peace, COVID. Fuck you and the one who raised you.
Ooh, peace to my brother Tasha, and he picked up on that like I did, because I sure was going to say it. I was like, whoa, off the muscle. Matter of fact, hold on. For those who didn't hear it, Kay, run that back one more time. For those who didn't hear it, she said, I'll just let you hear it again. Play it again. God damn.
It speaks for itself.
It speaks for itself. That first line was a monster.
Fuck you and the one who raised you. Cause clearly she knew what she was doing, the hell that she was brewing in you. Cause here I am crying over this glass of wine I bought. And you've done so much damage to my heart. I'll probably never love again, or at least not the same. Take me back to who I was before I met you. I regret ever loving you. If I knew what I know now, somebody to me. Do you remember singing me to sleep with your empty promises? Holding me tightly as you whisper lies to me. Oh, I guess it's not all your fault. You're a product of your environment and that was fucked up. But that ain't no excuse for all that you do. Take your ass to therapy before you try to step to me. Yeah. No, I don't want you back. You lost what you had. Can't let it go. Fucking with them hoes. You know, you chose it wrong. And now all you have are memories. Wishing you acted differently.
You said go to therapy before messing with me. Go to therapy.
Yeah. Basically, that's beginning to be a prerequisite.
Right. That's a prerequisite. You have to
At
go
this
and get
point,
therapy, and at that point get some
You've
therapy.
been to
Get yourself
therapy
checked
before?
out. And
Are you considering therapy? Would you consider therapy? Yeah. Gotta know what you're getting into.
Now, one thing was F you and the one who raised you. Let's get to that line right there because that line set that whole song off. That set the tone for that whole record.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
You know how mad you gotta be?
Now I've heard people
like
that's what I'm saying. Like you have to be
have
seriously
you gotten that line?
off
Have you gotten
to
that
sit
line
up there and be
before?
like, no, not my mama. No, we ain't gonna say F my mama. No, we ain't gonna say F my mama. It's over. The game is over. Now you might say F my daddy, but not my mama. Not my mama.
Not my mama.
But man,
See,
that's a
but I was
cold
general.
line.
I said
Not
the
my
one
mama.
So I was a little nicer. I could have said mama.
9 times out of 10, this is mama.
It
It
was about mama, but you know, I said the one who raised you,
Oh.
so I can have deniability.
That could be the mama or your grandmama. I'm letting it put it out there right now. If you hear that song, if somebody sings you, if somebody sends you this song, just know she's saying F you and your mama or your grandmama. I'm letting you know that's what it is. So if somebody sends you this song just randomly out the blue, just let them let you know.
They're gonna send you the first line. You gonna know.
They with the ish. They with the ish.
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna clip the whole song and just send you the first line.
They're gonna cut a little bit of the intro too. It's just gonna be the line.
How long did it take to write that? Because
how
long did it take to write that
one? 4 seconds.
No, I feel like that one took me a little bit longer. I would say about like in regards to time, like maybe like a day. Maybe like a day.
Dion said 5 minutes. Dion said 5 minutes. I'm in the section said 5 minutes. I bet she said 5 minutes. And she said aunties, sisters, uncles, etc. The game is over. Like,
all them.
Man.
I don't care. All them. Holding all y'all accountable.
All them.
What?
The pull-up game is
right. Now, this is what y'all created.
What is it about? Like, what is now? What is it about songs like this here that women relate? What is it about songs like this that women relate to over the years? Like the Mary J, she had hers. Keisha Cole had hers. Now you have F you and your whoever raised you. Like that's a cold. What is it about
Yeah.
songs like this here that women relate
Because I feel like a lot of the time the men get their, how do I put this? I feel like how a man is and how he treats a woman is very strongly dependent on how he was taught to treat women or how he was enabled to treat women. So I feel like whenever a man is hmm, toxic, he's either seen something, um, his mom and them, sister them seen something, didn't nip it in the bud. But I feel like toxicity usually breeds
to?
toxicity. There are some instances where like, mama tried, but in this specific instance, I know mama didn't try. So that's why it's and the one who raised you. That's lying, because I know. Yeah.
That's the
Like,
I'm getting texts about
raise a
and
man.
the
Like,
mama too.
yes, you cannot raise a man. Like exactly what K Michelle, he's already grown. All the time to raise him is gone. So at this point, I'm holding you accountable because you had your moment and you missed it. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, maybe she did something that triggered the toxicity in him because she was toxic, and now
Exactly.
it's two toxic people in a relationship.
Oh, you're not talking about mama. You talking about.
And you never know.
I don't know,
I'm
because I
talking
feel
about
like in a lot of
boyfriend and
cases,
girlfriend. I'm saying like she might have been
nah. Because there have been,
because there's a lot of
in
toxic
my
people,
previous
man.
dating
No,
experiences, there have been times where I have not been I've been, I have purposely tried and presented myself to be the perfect woman for someone and really wanted to be and really like put everything on the line and still got done and dusted. So sometimes it's not toxicity breeds toxicity. Sometimes the other person is just toxic, regardless of who is in front of them. Sometimes in
now
spite of.
is it fair to say that some people don't know they're toxic? Is it fair to say that some people don't know they're toxic?
I think so, but I think that's because they lack accountability or they don't care to know. Some people don't care enough about other people to even look introspectively to be like, am I toxic? They just blame everybody else.
Okay, I can give you that. Now,
And I also think most
I want to
people,
jump on the title of this because
most everybody does.
I'm trying to get off the toxicity because I'm getting my phone blowing up over here talking about she's talking about toxicity. Men are so innocent. Black men
What?
don't cheat. Any of these things,
That
like it's crazy.
lies.
So,
Lie again.
so what was it about? What was it about Unholy Trinity that you wanted to put on their EP?
Say it again. You said, what was it about Unholy Trinity that?
Yeah, why did you come up with and use Unholy Trinity as the title for your EP?
So kind of referencing what I said earlier, the first song was mostly about me recognizing that maybe some of the toxicity has to do with me and maybe my choice in men and all of that had to do with me having my own toxicity that I had to deal with. The other three songs were about the three most toxic men that I dated. So I was trying to think of a way to play on like three. So I thought of Trinity. And then when you think of Trinity, you usually think of the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. So I was like, I'm just going to do a play on this and call it Unholy Trinity because y'all niggas is crazy. So that's where I got Unholy Trinity from. It's kind of play on the Holy Trinity. Those are my Unholy Trinity.
Well, I'm telling you, Well, like I said, I don't know. Men don't normally. We're not hard to understand. Like seriously, we're not complicated at least a little bit. We're creatures of habits. Most men are creatures of habits.
Mm.
Most men are creatures of habit.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be doing the same thing every day around the same time. Now, when they start doing something different,
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know.
that's a
See,
BS
I was
the
with
mix.
you until you said that. I was with you until that. Doing the same thing the same time every day. Yeah, okay.
I was saying,
You
like,
almost had me.
you know what I mean?
You almost had me, but no. You took it too far. See?
I was saying, like, my brother, I can tell you what he do every day, all day, period, point blank. He can tell you the same thing for me, right?
But that's your
Men are
brother.
creatures of habit, but we're creatures of habits.
I don't
We're
agree.
creatures of habits. Like, you don't agree that we're creatures by habit? Like, you can't notice that when things start changing, things done change.
Now that I
When
agree.
things start changing, things
And then
done
also
change.
I agree that once a cheater, always a cheater. That's what you mean by that. Then I agree.
No,
Creatures of habit.
no,
Creatures of habit.
I
That's
don't
what you
know
were
nothing
saying.
about
Creatures
cheating.
of habit.
Now,
I'm
Kay,
just
what's the
saying.
next song?
I'm
What's
just
the
saying.
next song, Kay? Because we got one more song.
It's
Papa
called
was
bare
a
minimum.
Rolling Stone. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
Hollering.
hey, women cheat better than men. Now I'm telling you right now, they cheat better than men.
I never said that they
They keep it
didn't.
on
I'm
the
just
low. They
saying.
keep that secret. Men look stupid when they cheat.
I think
Men look
that's
stupid when
because
they cheat because they get confused.
I think men think there's well, okay, I'm not gonna say that. That was about to be mean. I think men cheat dumbly. Like they don't think a few steps ahead. Like they just be like, oh, he fine. I'm about to, you know what I mean? Women be like, I feel like in order for a woman to get to a point where she's cheating on you, it just I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, on that note,
Well, let's get to the next song.
Let's get to the next one.
with the bare
My brother-
minimum, I guess it is.
Hey,
Bare
DJ,
minimum.
I guess he gets the bare minimum. He gets the bare minimum. And it's
Save your lies, I know your lies. Usually I ignore the signs. Red flags to seem green sometimes, especially when they fun. See, I invested my time. Didn't wanna give up just when I'm feeling like it's going somewhere, but you ain't wanna take me nowhere. I made excuses for the cancel plans, the late night texts and side sex. I guess that's really a flex for you. All you gotta do is call. And I dropped everything, gave me the bare minimum. It was better than nothing. My girl's asking me what's up with you. Why you let him treat you like that? Treat you like that. 5 years of talking, he ain't gonna love you for back. Girl, just fall back. But they don't know the vibe, how we talked about our lives. I gave it many tries, many tears up in my eyes. I was a fool for you, but you got too comfortable. Oh, baby, All you wanna do is call. And I dropped everything, gave me the bare minimum. It was better than nothing. Took me a while to accept the truth that you weren't the one for me. You were just using me, but now I see, yeah. That's why I answer your text. That's why I moved on to the next. Valentine's Day was the last straw. It's your fault that I'm this cold.
Sad times for the girl. Sad times for the girl. That's all I can say. Real sad girl hours.
I can't tell. Like it's a bunch of y'all together y'all was banded together. Like
Who is y'all?
Came together in support of bare minimum. Ladies, like, do you see like the comments? Like the comments from the ladies, like this is like what's that Mary J. Blige song? I'm going down. That's one of these type songs. Like this is crazy. And Miss Garrison said that this is beautiful. That's a beautiful song. You see that?
Thank you.
And my boy DJ Dre, he said men have spider senses. If we are tuned with ourselves, you can feel when something ain't right. We know when something ain't right. And then, oh my goodness, Team Jada Lee over here. Just you got people screaming Team Jada Lee. Like, are you serious? This is what we doing? This is what we doing? But
see,
I do want to say one thing. Toxic. That's toxic.
I don't think
that's toxic.
I don't.
That is toxic.
Right there.
Yeah.
She know. They're quick to give you the bare minimum and expect you to accept it. You don't have to.
No, I don't think that. But you know, yeah, that's
okay.
But again, you know, toxic intro. Make sure now we're coming to the end. We're coming to the end because we can do this all night when it comes down to who's more toxic, men or women. Right. Let's tell the people where they can get your music, where they can book you for shows, and where will your next appearance be?
Okay. So you can find all of my music on all streaming platforms under Jada Lee. So you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, whatever. Just type in Jada Lee. And then as far as booking me, you can shoot me a DM or you can email me. My email is jadathesinger@gmail.com. And then as far as my next appearance, I will actually be in Maryland at Brew River on February 9th from 7 to 11.
Brew River.
And I'll be doing Valentine's Day songs, love songs, heartbreak songs, since it's, close to Valentine's Day. So.
Oh my goodness, I don't know. I ain't trusting that one. You said
right
with all those toxic songs for Valentine's Day, somebody gonna get hurt.
Yeah. I got something for everybody. You want a love song? I got that. You want toxic songs? I got a lot. I got a lot of toxic songs.
Here's the truth. Men became more toxic than women. You want to know why? Power of the P.
Okay.
Got to go. Drop it. He said the power of the who? Power of the who?
Push the
Power of the who?
Push the P.
The pressure. The pressure. That's what that is.
Yeah.
The pressure.
Pressure.
The pressure.
Sure.
Okay.
It started wars, ended wars.
Well,
look. Continents got separated because the power of the people.
Hey, DJ Dre said the P ain't more powerful than the D. So I'm gonna leave. See, it's finna go left field. The P ain't more powerful than the D. Now it's gonna go.
I'm gonna leave that one alone because we already know what really is more powerful.
That's so.
All
but
right.
Jada, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy that you came on. I'm happy we got an opportunity to get this together. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And like my brother's about to tell you, whenever you're ready to come back, you can come back. You know what I mean? We had a great time, and the music is definitely fire.
Thank
What I
you.
mean? So, but just hold on for about 2 minutes after the show. Big bro, you know what time it is, man.
Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for listening and tuning in to the Real2reel360 with our beautiful and gracious guest, Ms. Jada Lee, and her beautiful music. You can hear it being played, aired on Real2reel360 radio. All you got to do is go to live365.com and tune in, and you will hear great songs of this lady in fact. Also, an audio copy of this video interview will be played on PUSO 82.3 FM up in Ohio. Shout out to everybody out there.
It's Columbus, Ohio. Shout out Columbus, Ohio.
So good. It's all good. And once again, Ms. Jada Lee, you don't have a home away from home. You have a home right here on the Real 360. So if there's anything that we can do to you to help you out at any given time, don't hesitate to give us a call. We'll bring you right back on the spot. It's just like all right. So we're going to be out of here, y'all. We're going to go back into the boom, boom room and chill out for a little bit. And we'll holler at y'all later, Gators. You know what I mean? So, like what Elmer J. Fuzz said, delete. That's all, folks. We out of here.
See ya.
That's all.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, we want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing and tell a friend and keep sharing because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ K-Wise, my brother, take us up out of here, son.
True
Peace.
I want to give a big shout out to the nation of gods and nurses, to all the human families on planet Earth. I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness to you. To peace, the man, woman, and child of the you and I verse. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the Real 360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe so we continue to grow to bring more knowledge and wisdom to you. Upon our show, you make it possible for us to do what we do. Now it's time I end it.